Okay, what is up, everybody? Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the pre-stream, I guess I should say. And thank you for joining me. Today's a special day because today is the first day where I am actually going to begin recording these pre-streams and uploading them to YouTube per viewer request. When I first started streaming, almost a year ago, but by the end of this month it'll be a year ago. Wow. When I first started streaming, I didn't really know what it was going to entail. I didn't know what exactly, it would require when it comes to setting up a stream and, how much time does it realistically take for people to click on a link or realize that, oh crap, a stream is going on and I should watch it. And a lot of people, over the past year have criticized me and said, gee, Phil talks way too much before he starts his gameplay on his streams, while other people have totally gotten the reason why I do pre-streams like this. The bottom line is this. Whenever I start streaming, first of all, I do announce the night before what time I'm going to be streaming. Now, I have to admit, in 2013, it was very inconsistent, and a lot of the times I wouldn't even say what time I would start streaming. And then I would just announce it on Twitter randomly the day of. This year, in 2014, I've set out to be a lot more professional about it. And now that I have thekingofhate.com with an interactive homepage that I can update on a daily basis, and I can, the night before tell you exactly what time I'm going to start streaming, I think that it's going to work out a lot better for people who want to be sure that they're here and not miss the beginning of my gameplay for the day. Now, that being said, first of all, I'm not always on time because you can always have extenuating circumstances, right? Second, I do realize that it takes a ridiculous amount of time for people to really file into the stream. And when I say that, what I mean is, when I start streaming, people get notified via a variety of ways. Sometimes it's a Twitter. Sometimes they get an email because they've either subscribed or they're following me or whatever it's called on Twitch. And they get auto email, right? Sometimes they just, I remember Phil said he was streaming in the afternoon, and they go. And sometimes it's word of mouth. And what I found is that a lot of the times, a lot of these methods don't work. And what I mean by that is, oops, I forgot to name the stream the right thing. Now people think I'm streaming a different game and they don't watch. Oops. And this happens a lot. Twitch's automated email service doesn't freaking work. That happens a ton. And there's people who tell me, wow, I just got an automated email from Twitch that you're streaming a game that you streamed this, earlier today and the stream's over. I'm glad I got it right now. So it can take, from what I've seen, okay, it can take upwards of 30 minutes to actually get the people who want to be on your stream for the beginning of gameplay to actually get there for various different reasons. And so what I usually do on a daily basis is I do this. It's called a pre-stream, where I talk. And there could be various different things going on during a pre-stream, one of which is, obviously, I give an intro like this and I explain what's going on. I also usually talk about the events of the day. What's going on? What's the newest news? What have I been up to? What's the schedule looking like for the day? And so I guess I'll just start off this pre-stream by saying today is Tales of Symphonia Day. Today we're going to do a marathon stream of Tales of Symphonia, okay? That's all I'm playing today. And the reason is because I realize that starting tomorrow we've got two incredibly huge new releases, heavy hitters, which I know are going to be taking up all my time this week, with incredible amounts of hype, chaotic amounts of hate, and all kinds of shit behind them. You're going to have so many different people tuning in to my streams and my gameplay for the rest of the week for these two new games that I know that this game is going to get brushed under the rug. And let's face it, this is a 11-year-old game. It's an HD re-release of the game. And I'm interested in it, and I played it yesterday for about 3 hours, and I'm really enjoying it. But it's a JRPG, It's very polarizing. There's a lot of people who don't enjoy JRPGs, right? And so I realized, I said, you know what? Since I know tomorrow and the rest of the week is going to be so huge, today I'll just take a whole day where I know that maybe a lot of people will skip it. It's fine. If this isn't their cup of tea, they don't have to watch. And I'm going to take today to play Tales of Symphonia hardcore. And I'm going to get several hours of gameplay in, right? So that basically I can have a lot of footage saved up so that later this week, as things are winding down, or if I want to maybe upload some of these videos during the course of the week, I'll have footage saved up. And the bottom line is that come April, there's going to be about a week and a half where I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be busy with time off, house hunting, and I'm going to need footage as well saved up. And so having something like Tales of Symphonia, getting a head start on it like I'm going to do today, is going to be very beneficial to me. So that's the deal with today. And I am recording this pre-stream for the very first time, and I will be uploading it to YouTube. I think the way I'm going to do it is that I am going to make a completely separate playlist for pre-streams. And on a daily basis, I do around 2 streams a day. I will upload these pre-streams and put them in a playlist. So if people want to see what the pre-stream was all about, they can. Okay? Now, I said on Twitter today, just about half an hour ago, that since this was the first day that I'm actually recording pre-streams, that I'm going to drop some pipe bombs. And I'm about to. And it's funny because right now there's only about, I don't know, Twitch says there's 232 people on the stream. Twitch is also incredibly delayed, so that could update at any second. But the bottom line is that there's been stuff going on that I have not really talked about or addressed on purpose, because I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional and I'm in control of the situation. And I've sat and I've quietly observed things going on for months on end, until finally it comes to a boiling point and I say enough is enough, and I took matters into my own hands. Let's put it that way. There are plenty of people out there who don't like me, which is fine, and in the past year and a half, they've become incredibly more vocal about it. And some of them have decided to take my gaming footage, my streams, my videos on YouTube, and download them illegally. Okay, whatever. And do stuff with them. Now, first of all, if you're going to use my videos for a parody purpose, if you're going to even use my videos for a 2-hour montage, which some people have done, and you know my opinion on these people, they're no lifers. The only people who would ever spend their time doing shit like that are people who obviously have nothing better to do with their lives. If they actually had something productive to do, they probably would. The bottom line is, anyone who's that miserable, who thinks that it's more productive to make a 2-hour video making fun of someone versus actually spending however many hours it took to make that video doing something productive with their own lives, like getting a job, working, having a girlfriend, these things that actually mean something in life versus, I made a fucking 2-hour video making fun of somebody. But the bottom line is, those of us who are productive individuals can realize that, and those who aren't don't. And that's kind of the difference between us, right? So, they do what they do with my footage. And I've pretty much, for the most part, took a backseat to all of it. And last year, I already admitted this. I already admitted that last year, I let it get to me, and it actually wasn't because of the videos that people made, and it wasn't because there was this movement, this anti-DSP movement on YouTube. Big deal. I've had people against me my whole life in everything I've ever tried to do, right? And that's why I'm called the king of hate, because when people take that negativity and they throw it my way, I use it to harness positivity and fuel to keep moving forward positively. That's how I've always lived my life. That's how I got the moniker the king of hate, because I own my hate. All right? But then there's something that's a completely different situation. A completely different situation where people who, again, equally have as of a no life as the other people who make these montages, thought that it was going to be okay and they were going to be safe recording all of my content on a daily basis by through crooked means. Obviously, you obviously just ripping a video from YouTube is illegal. You can't do that, right? But also the fact that there are people who were going to go ahead and find other ways around it. Oh, I'm going to be sneaky. So I know that Phil, streams a long stream earlier in the day, right? And then he streams a shorter stream later in the day. So I know that since Phil's earlier stream is long, and he starts around early afternoon and goes for several hours, that he's not going to upload all that footage in one day. So I'll be sneaky and I'm going to record his stream and I'm going to upload his footage to my channel. And, at first it was kind of like, this is stupid, right? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit if some kid, because that's what it is, it's a kid, is going to sit there and record my streams and upload the streams to his own channel? No one cares, right? And at first no one did. And then all of a sudden, people realize, well, wait a minute, Phil actually does things, that are not recorded. So, for example, this pre-stream, until today, I never recorded this pre-stream. This pre-stream was something that always remained kind of stream exclusive. You had to be there in person on stream to see the pre-stream and to hear what I had to say. And, a lot of people liked that. Wow, if I actually get there early for Phil's streams, I can hear him talk about daily news and all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the times I go on rants. And a lot of the times I talk about different products and different things going on in the world. Sometimes there's hilarity. Anyone who saw the pre-stream for things such as our Winter Games co-op, or even John Rambo and I, our co-op on Saturday, where we were talking about, John brought up porn. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even bring that up? But he did, so I went with it. And it was absolutely hilarious. And everyone who was here for the pre-stream had a fun time doing it, right? And sometimes, as I said, I go on rants and stuff. And as you know, my detractors, people who think that it's a productive thing to take everything that I say and try to spin it negatively and make me look like a bad person, even though, newsflash, I'm not an important person. It doesn't matter if I'm bad or not. No, you know what I mean? In the scheme of things, who cares if you spin DSP as a negative person or not? It doesn't matter. I'm not an important enough person for it to matter, right? But, but these people, I will record the pre-stream and I will upload it, via, and it's very silly the way they do it too. Basically, it's just like direct capture of the desktop of their computer. And it's very guerrilla style. And when I say that, I mean, it doesn't look good. It's not full quality, high definition. It's basically kind of like a screen region capture. Sometimes you can even see at the bottom of the screen, the bar on Twitch TV where it's like plays. You can see that shit in the videos a lot of the time. And it's hilarious. It's a laughable effort. But basically, there are people who have been recording this and then putting it up on their own channels. And, for people who don't get to the pre-streams, even, I'll be honest, mostly it's people who don't like me. A lot of the times it's people who do like me. Who are like, wow, I actually wish I could have been there for the pre-stream, but I can't. And now I have a means to watch it. And so they would watch these pre-streams by people who are basically recording and stealing my content. Now, that's what I mean. Sneaky because, I recorded his Twitch TV stream. I didn't re-download his video off YouTube. And therefore, it's a different thing. And good luck trying to get a copyright strike on that. Har, 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 right? And the bottom line is this. In all the years that I've done stuff on YouTube, in all the years that I've done content for YouTube, we're talking since 2008. Not once, in any situation whatsoever, have I ever had to take any kind of legal means into my hands until this week. And the reason I say that, keep in mind, people hate me. People have always used my footage for negative shit, right? Don't you remember when, what's his name? I forget his name. Black Hawk Down or whatever in Street Fighter 4 years ago. But before they patched Street Fighter 4 to actually fix this issue, but I was playing a ranked match of Street Fighter 4 against him. And by the way, I was playing with Rufus, who was a character I was trying to learn at the time, so I wasn't good with him. I'm playing a ranked match. This guy turns it to 30 seconds, right? 30-second rounds, which anyone who plays Street Fighter will tell you Street Fighter is a 99-second game, not 30 seconds. And he spams fucking Dragon Punch in a laggy online match. And people took that video illegally off my channel and basically turned it into funny video. Oh, look how bad DSP is. He loses to this scrub. Ha ha ha. It's hilarious. And, you know, as far back as then, I could have said, well, this is bullshit. You know, my video's live. I uploaded the video, right? That's how it's public to begin with. So it's not like I was hiding this loss. I'm okay with it. But for people to take it and try to do malicious shit with it is wrong. And I'll stand by that. If you're going to take someone's content and do malicious negative shit with it, it's wrong. And by the way, it is illegal. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a parody or it's a criticism. Bullshit. You go ahead and you download a television program right now, any TV show, and you try to upload that TV show to YouTube and say, oh, well, I'm making fun of it. And you see how long it stays on there, right? The only reason that people are able to do this with gameplay is because that they know that it's owned by an individual, a person who doesn't have a big legal team behind them who can try to defend them. So I've literally, in the 5.5, 6 years, however long it is that I've been doing stuff on YouTube, I've always allowed people to do whatever they want with my content. I didn't care. I don't care, you know. And last year, like I said, I'm honestly, full disclosure, last year, because of other things, not even because of the videos, because I was so negative, because I was worried that I was going to lose my livelihood and all this stuff that was currently going on in my personal life, I let it get to me, and I did bring up specific people saying, you know, oh, well, how dare you do that and whatever. But, and I shouldn't have done that, right? But even then, I had completely legal means to take control of the situation and basically, you know, try to get those videos taken down. And I didn't. I said, benefit of the doubt, I don't care. You know, I'm bigger than this. If I just focus on my own stuff, that it shouldn't be a problem. And, you know, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think there's going to be a problem in that regard. And it's pretty much worked. You know, up to now, I didn't care. But there was... Now I have to bring up the seriousness here. The one particular situation that I'm addressing is that this person who took it upon themselves on a daily basis to record all of my content. Now just think about this. The endeavor... Keep in mind, I stream, what? 4 hours minimum, if not more, earlier on in the day, right? And then later in the day, I stream another stream. In addition to that, you know, there's pre-streams, there's all this other stuff that I do. This person found a way to basically figure out how to record all of my content. I don't know if they just sat at their computer and waited for me to stream and turned it on manually. I don't know if they wrote a script that whenever my channel went live on Twitch TV that their computer would automatically record it. I don't know, and I don't care. Because obviously someone who has that much free time on their hands has fucking problems with their life to begin with, and I wouldn't even want to begin to figure out how they did it. But what this person did, being so malicious, right? First of all, since they're recording my pre-streams, they would wait for me to basically say something that might be controversial, and they would twist it. So today, Phil, on pre-stream, said that he shouldn't worry about people who are saying hurry up and start gameplay or finish this video by a certain time because they want to watch something on TV. Phil said that everyone should just get a DVR, and he made fun of his fans. And how dare he make fun of his fans for not having a DVR? Now, anyone with a brain knows that I'm just joking, you know, and I'm saying, gee, you know, there's a DVR, it's existed for 10 years, that's why you shouldn't worry about watching stuff live, you can always just record it. And it's funny, and most of the people get the joke, but it's always the two idiots who are so fucking stupid that don't get it, right? And then they twist it into something negative. And Phil hates his fans because he made a joke. Of course. And that's what this guy started to do. It would be one thing if you were just showing pure footage, but then he would take the footage and do out-of-context things and basically twist them to make me look bad. So basically, he went from someone who just recorded my content to someone who became part of this anti-DSP movement trying to twist everything I do into something where I hate my fans and yada, yada, yada. I don't have to go into too much detail there. And even that, Okay, big deal, right? Big deal. They're going to exist no matter what. But where I finally put my foot down is when it affects my business, all right? And where it affects my business is when I'm doing longer streams, okay? And I'm doing popular games, and I'm pretty much ahead of most major Let's Players on the internet when it comes to longer games, because as you know, I play these games consistently, and I don't upload one video a day like a lot of these people. So I'm uploading, 10, 15 videos a day. And, a game like South Park, The Stick of Truth, where most people aren't going to finish it for a week or two, I finished it on Friday. And, the one thing that really irked me in particular, I'll be honest, was I got to a point in the game, it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Ever. In a game. And I straight out laughed for 4 minutes straight and couldn't control myself. And it was completely natural. It was off the cuff. I didn't expect it was going to happen. For those of you wondering, I think it's part 56 of the playthrough of South Park. It could be part 57, but I'm pretty sure it's part 56. I named it funniest thing ever in gaming so that I would remember, right? And so I record this part. And I even say, geez, it's so adult-oriented, I don't even know how I'm ever going to get this on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube will allow it. I don't know what YouTube's criteria are, because a few years back, I uploaded videos. Now, keep in mind, that was before I was ever partnered with anyone. But a few years back, I had uploaded a playthrough of The Godfather 2. And just because there was one portion where I was walking through like a bordello, and there was a nipple, and then there was a dead woman who was topless, I got in trouble. I got one of their decency strikes or whatever against my channel. And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, this is not sexual. It's not even sex at all. But they flagged my shit. And then later on, it was actually the Dante's Inferno playthrough that I was attempting to do. Keep in mind, this Dante's Inferno game never went anywhere. It was a ripoff completely of God of War. But it had a lot of nudity. Now, the nudity was all of pretty much demons and shit. YouTube didn't care. I got in trouble for that too. And so I was very worried that this video was not going to be able to make it on YouTube. I didn't know what I was going to do. And bottom line is, it was in the later videos that I had recorded that day. So being that I only upload about 10 to 15 videos of a particular game every day, I wasn't going to upload it that same day that I had recorded it anyway. Right? Well, this guy who, again, no lifer, recording all of my fucking footage illegally, decides, well, I'm going to upload this video to my channel same day. So I really got Phil, because he genuinely went to a funny part of the game. His reaction is one of the funniest reactions we've ever seen out of him. I'm going to upload it before he even uploads it. And that's how I'm going to stick it to him, right? And if, he's been doing this for months, this person. And it's like, well, for the most part, none of the videos got much attention. Most of them never broke a few hundred views, if that. The only ones that really did were the ones where he took something and twisted it controversial to make me look bad. But that one particular video really irked me. And if you've ever done anything creative or fun or funny in your life, and you pride yourself on what you do for work, and if someone were to steal your work like that and basically make it so that before it's your official work and you're ready to have it be public or whatever, spoiled it. For example, a few years ago, there were people who were finding every fucking movie on the planet, because what these movie studios do is they send out what are called screeners. It's a low-quality DVD version of a movie that's going to come out in theaters soon, or is out in theaters, and they send it to influential people to watch, so that these people will talk about the movie. And people were taking these screeners through underhanded means, literally stealing them from people's houses and ripping these movies and putting them on the internet. Now imagine your movies are coming out next week and the whole fucking movie's on the internet already. You're fucked. Hundreds of thousands of people who may have gone to see it already watched it, and they're not going to go pay for it now, right? Now my model's a little different, because I don't make you pay for anything, but it's the same thing. If you've already seen the funniest moment, that I feel is the funniest moment I've ever made in any of my gameplay, what is your incentive to come to my channel and watch it? There's none. And I actually heard that there were people, and this is literally people from my own stream chat, who were paid subscribers of mine on Twitch, said, wow, that was hilarious, you know. And I said, what do you mean? Did you see the stream? Oh, no, I watched it on this guy's channel. What? So let me get this straight. You knew that there was a hilarious moment that happened on stream. You love my content. You support me. You're a paid subscriber. But you went to this guy's channel who steals my shit on a daily basis and watched it over there. Yes. Oh, yeah. And I told my friends about it, too. And they watched it there, too. And I put my head in my hands. And I basically shook my head. I said, I cannot believe that people would not understand that that is wrong. You know what I mean? That you're hurting me by watching my content illegally on someone else's channel who's stealing it. And at that point, I said, you know what? Enough is enough. And I made a few calls. And basically, that channel will no longer be posting my content as of today. Let's put it that way. First of all, this person who was doing it almost had their channel shut down. The only reason that they didn't have their channel shut down, they're very lucky, is because basically it was the weekend, and YouTube basically is very lazy on weekends. YouTube does shit extremely, incredibly slow on weekends. And if it had been a weekday, it would have immediately got taken care of. Seriously, like immediately. The channel would have been gone permanently. But because it was a weekend, stuff couldn't happen quickly. But basically, the channel had so many videos of mine on it. So many. I mean, you're talking, the entire channel was my stolen content. And it's not, again, I want to reiterate, this is not fair use. This is not, you took my content and you made a parody video, or you made a montage video that maybe had some humor or parody purposes behind it. This was just blatant theft. And by the way, since 2011, I've owned the trademark of my name. And what that means is that if anyone uploads a video on YouTube that's gaming related and says DSP or Darkside Phil, or that they are them, anything like that, even using my voice, by the way, it's completely illegal, because you're basically violating my trademark. So not only have you violated my copyright, you violated my trademark on YouTube. So at any time, anyone who uses my content, right, can immediately get taken down. This is what people don't understand. Well, I'm using Phil's videos for parody purposes. Really? Okay. Guess what? I own the trademark too. So it's not copyright law that protects your ass anymore, because I own the trademark, and the trademark says you can't use my trademarked content without my permission. So fuck you. So I could immediately take anything down that anyone uses my content for whenever I want. But I've been incredibly lenient, again, because I feel that I'm above it, that I can be productive and I can make creative content and not have to worry about this kind of stuff. I'm above it. But when someone finally goes to that point, I'm going to maliciously upload Phil's own content before he does, just because I can. And then here's the final kicker. The final kicker of all this. He's putting ads on the videos. He was uploading my content unedited before I uploaded it, and he was putting ads on the videos. And that's the final straw, you know. Regardless of where that money was going or what this guy claims he was doing, now you're going to make money off of my work, right? Unbelievable to set up balls on this guy. But it's, like I said, it's a kid. I know it's a kid. I know who it is. And I said enough was enough. Like I said, I made a few calls. And as of yesterday, this guy's channel basically got the balls cut off from it because he got so lucky. There were several copyright strikes put against this channel. And it was on the verge of being shut down. And apparently the guy got wind of it. And he literally deleted every single clip on his channel or set it to private that was gameplay. And let me tell you, it must have taken him like an hour or two because he had hundreds of videos up. So this guy had to drop everything he was doing to save his YouTube channel, right? So as of right now, the only thing that he has on it are my pre-streams. As of today, he will have nothing on that channel because I'm recording my pre-streams. And if I even see a fucking second of my pre-stream on his channel, I'm going to have a lawyer personally come to his fucking house and shove a fucking giant streetlight up his goddamn asshole. Because I'm not playing anymore, right? I'm not. And this is what these idiots don't seem to realize, okay, is that they think they have power. And that's why they do it. Wow, I can make fun of someone on the internet. I have power, right? Because in my real life, I have no power. In my real life, I probably get bullied. I probably get slapped around by my parents. I probably have a miserable life. So I take all my negativity and I put it towards someone on the internet who never did a damn thing to me, but just because I can, just because there's a big mob movement against him, let's do it, right? We can feel like we have power because we do it together. You have no power here. You have no power over me or my content. And anytime I can end all of this, right? I want you to know, everyone who's out there who's ever stolen my content and made the shit, I have the ability to end it whenever I want. There's a quote that I love from one of my favorite professional wrestlers, Taz. His quote is this: "Survive if I let you." I completely understand that there is a huge negative movement against me, and I allow it to exist because I personally am a kind of person that likes to focus on the positive. I like to make creative content, and I like to continuously make good stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I want to focus on. Do I want to call a lawyer team, spend thousands of dollars having them wipe out YouTube of all my content? Because that's going to take time away from what I want to love, what I do, and what I love to do. I love to make creative and fun content and have fun with you guys. I want to sit here and play games and share those experiences with you. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to sit in a courtroom. I don't want to have cease and desist orders going out. That's not what I'm about, okay? Tomorrow, in particular, we've got a playthrough coming up, Dark Souls 2. Now, this playthrough, admittedly, a lot of the reasons that it's going to be getting a lot of attention is the negative stuff. People who don't like me, people who didn't agree with the fact that last year I went back to Dark Souls on stream and people basically joined my game and helped me. By the way, I didn't ask for them to do so. Did I ever on stream say, gee, well, now I'm going to summon people, please drop rare weapons that help me beat the game? No, it just happened. So that's always what's been my content. Whatever happens, happens, right? And so a lot of people were so angry. How could this person who was defeated by Dark Souls in 2011 come back to it in 2013, have people help him beat it? That's not fair. He should have never beaten the game. He didn't earn that victory. And I cannot believe that there are people on this fucking planet who think that the most important thing is to talk about someone who plays a video game a way that they don't agree with and make a living doing it. Really? You think that's the most important thing? And I've said this before and I'll say it again. You are going to die someday. One day you will pass away. And when you're in your deathbed and you look back at your life and you realize all the time and effort that you put into hating and negativity instead of positive things in your life, right? When you're about to die, do you really think you're going to think back to that montage you made of making fun of Darkside Phil? Or are you going to think back to, oh my God, that great, amazing trip I had with my girlfriend and this amazing accomplishment at my job and this and that? This is what matters, not the shit that you're doing. And so for you to take the time and effort into this, right, to think that this is important, you are fucked in your head. And when you grow up and you become a mature adult, you'll understand that. And listen, I've been in your shoes too. And this is what I want a lot of people to understand. I used to be young. When I was a teenager, I was an idiot too. I focused on the dumbest shit. I thought it was important. Now that I'm older, I'm in my 30s, I realize that I'm a mortal human and it's time to focus on the things that are important in life, right? And it takes time to realize that. It takes experience and it takes maturity. And that's what it is. It's just a lack of maturity with a lot of people. So can I really blame them? No. But what I can say is this: you're wasting your time. So tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 2. And there's going to be, I shit you not, probably thousands of people who are going to be watching my stream and trying to invade my game. I'm going to say this again. Survive if I let you. Because you understand that I have ultimate control of all of my content. At any moment, I can unplug my fucking PS3 and choose not to play the game online. So I get the joke. I get the fact that it's funny that people want to invade and try to spoil my game. Keep in mind, there's going to be an equal amount of people who are going to be trying to join my game to help me and support me and defend me in this gameplay, okay? So tomorrow is going to be such a unique day, and I'm happy about that. You know what they say, any publicity is good publicity, and when people are going to be watching my content, I don't care if they hate me or they love me, as long as my content is pertinent and you still think that it's interesting to watch, right? So you get the point. But I can at any point take control of the situation. And this is what people don't seem to understand, right? That, oh my God, we have so much. No, you don't. You have no power. None. Right? The only thing you can do is try to make fun of me and bully me and, you know, say negative things about me. And you could say the biggest, most crazy fucking shit on the planet, like I'm a pedophile and, you know, that, oh, Phil did this or that, and I'm a personal friend of Phil's from years ago, and we don't talk to him anymore because we don't like him anymore because of what he's become. This is ridiculous bullshit. Ridiculous. If you talk to any of my people who knew me back when I was in the Street Fighter community and were friendly with me, they will tell you the truth, right? That anything that these people say about me has been so fabricated that it's so out of control and it's so ludicrous. But these people, this is the problem, is that when you have so many people who turn it into a movement, right, that it becomes the in thing to lie and make fun of DSP, that some people start to believe it. And there either are people who have been fans of my content for a while who all of a sudden when they start watching all this nonsense, they let it get to them and they start to believe it. And hold on a second, because I'm actually pulling out my USB cable because I realized that my controller has almost no power for PS3 here. And that's sad when you start to believe the bullshit. Because when you start to believe the bullshit, that unfortunately is when it takes wings. And you're gonna have you've heard so many people say negative things about me. Has anyone ever produced one scrap of real evidence, right? That's what you really have to look at. Has anyone ever produced a scrap of evidence? Or is it all just people talking out of their assholes? Hold on one second, because I have to unplug this USB cable. It's stuck in one of my consoles. Is this plugged in? There. Jesus. There we go. Okay. So, to kind of summarize everything, you know, these people want to be like the TMZ of the internet, right? They, you know, it's funny how when you focus on the negative, how it becomes so popular, right? Although I have to admit, you know, those years before all the negativity, when it was all positive, when I was the underdog, remember late 2010, 2011, when I was the ultimate underdog, right? And you know, it was the years when, wow, Phil lost his job, but he turned things around and he's being great, he's positive, everything he puts out we love, we'll watch, we'll support him. And it's funny how things turn on you when you start being successful. When I was doing badly, everyone supported me and loved me. As soon as I started doing well, oh, here comes the jealousy, here comes the internet mentality of, wow, Phil's the bad guy, let's make shit up, let's turn on him. Shit, one of the people who made my fucking fan site got so incredibly jealous of me that he completely turned on me. How can this guy who just makes videos with a camera be so popular when I have direct capture set up and no one watches my content, you know? And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you something. When I started this in 2008, did I think that I was ever going to be popular? No. Did I ever think I was going to be an innovator? No. But look how many people have watched my content and then made something immensely popular and positive out of themselves. All right? SSOHPKC has publicly said that I am one of his inspirations. He watched me do this stuff back in the day, and he said, wow, I could turn that into something cool. Now he has an office full of people who do it full time. PewDiePie, who is the biggest gaming YouTuber, has the most subs, watched my content, and if you don't believe me, just take a look at the things that he liked and favorited back in the day before he ever uploaded a video. Watched my content on YouTube, was inspired, and turned it into a billion dollar business, however fucking much he makes, I don't give a shit, right? Off of a gimmick. He found a gimmick. Well, I could just do a playthrough like everyone else, but that's limited. Let me use a face cam and act like a little ninny sissy. And every idiot on the planet watched the content and fucking made him a millionaire. So, obviously, at some point, I was doing something right to inspire all these people to do great things, right? So regardless of if you like me or not, regardless of if you agree with the way that I game, guess what? YouTube gaming was basically formulated off of innovators, and I was one of them. By no means am I saying I'm the first Let's Player, I'm the most important or the most influential. I'm saying take a look at the people who made it and look at their content and look at mine and tell me that they weren't influenced by what I was doing before they ever existed. So, as much as you can say that I hate Phil and he's the cancer of gaming, this shit never would have existed if it weren't for innovators like me. So you can hate me all you want, but the bottom line is, even if there's other people who play games and do stuff with games on YouTube and you find them entertaining, you're welcome. And you can go ahead and make hateful montages and do whatever you want, but you can understand this. You exist because I allow you to. And at any time, if I feel that it is too much of a threat, or if it is bothering me enough that you're going to hurt my business, I can end you. I did it once and I'll do it again. And that's what's been going on this past day or whatever. And that's why I decided today I would drop some pipe bombs on stream here as my pre-stream and basically say it like it is. Okay? And again, I don't want anyone, of course they'll spin it this way and they'll say, oh, so Phil's basically saying that he is the first Let's Player and everyone. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that people have come out and said that they were directly influenced by me and now they're huge. And for people to say that I'm basically the anti-gamer and I destroyed everything, sorry to tell you, I basically am one of the people who inspired a lot of the stuff that's out there right now. So you can hate me as much as you want. You can say, oh, I hate him because he doesn't do perfect playthroughs and he's not a perfect person and yada, yada, yada. And so he's an easy target, so we'll attack him. You can do whatever you want, but reality is reality. Tough shit, okay? And understand that I will no longer tolerate people stealing my content. All right? And by no means am I saying that if someone tomorrow puts out a video that makes fun of me or whatever, that I'm going to even give a shit. Because as I've said, I've had this policy this year that I don't care. Don't send me the content. Don't tell me who's hating on me. I don't give a fuck. All right? And the bottom line is this. If you are a former fan of mine or former viewer of mine who used to love everything I did, but then you started watching these videos from people who are saying that I'm evil and I'm a cult leader and I'm only in it for the money and I hate my fans and I'm a pedophile, and you let that get to you, shame on you. Because the whole idea is that you're supposed to watch my videos and enjoy them for what they are. A Joe average dude sitting on his couch, playing a game for the first time, giving his honest reactions to the gameplay. If you made it anything else than that, that's your fucking fault, not mine. You know? And yes, every once in a while I get on a soapbox and I'll do something political, but that has nothing to do with my gameplay. And if you will talk yourself out of enjoying my gameplay, shame on you. You know? Why is it that there's so many other people on the internet that do Let's Plays and they're not perfect, they're not perfectionists, right? Why do they not get the shit that I do? I'd love to hear the reasoning, because there is none. The bottom line is I'm outspoken I have this personal relationship with my fans. That's why people seem to take it. Phil was my friend, but then I found out that he made money doing something, and I don't agree with it. It's underhanded, and so fuck him. Now I'm gonna hate him for the rest of his life. What? Seriously, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. So, that's about it. That's pretty much the gist of it. To summarize, I'm not going to put up with people just blatantly ripping my content anymore. And trust me, I know that little children who are going to hear this and watch this are going to immediately try to find a way to do it. And, they'll try to get popularity doing it, and they won't. Or if they do, it'll be that simple. Survive if I let you, and when I find out that you're doing shit that's actually taking steam away from my business, you're done. And go ahead and make all your hateful montages and do whatever you want. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Far be it from me to stop you from having your little immature fun, when one day you'll mature up and you'll realize what a fucking idiot you were for wasting your time doing it. And I'm going to keep doing what I do. Playing games, having fun, sharing the content with people, and not being so worried about what everyone else has to say. Because if all I did, and this is what people don't seem to understand, so many people come out and I made a video about Phil and he didn't respond, so obviously my argument is correct and he's just a pussy and he has no way to defend himself. I'm one person. The people making these videos are thousands of people. If all I did was respond to the bullshit and disprove every single person who said something negative about me, I would never have time to play games and make content. All I would do is respond. Seriously. And all it would do is fuel more people to do it. Oh shit, I gotta rise out of a popular YouTuber. I gotta make a video about him too, so that maybe I can get some popularity, right? So I'm not gonna, that's why I don't address this shit, and that's why you see these ridiculous things. People challenging me to Street Fighter and saying I'm not a pro. How can you even say I was never a pro Street Fighter player when there's fucking tournament results, dumb shit? Seriously. There's tournament fucking results in black and white. The videos of the tournaments are on the internet. How can you say that I wasn't good? And people believe, Phil didn't respond, so it's true. Like, how dumb can you be? But that's the level of intelligence of these people who are my detractors. So that's it. I'm going to end it here. I know it was a long rant. I wanted to get that off my chest and explain what exactly was going on. So from now on, literally everything that I stream will be recorded. Literally everything that I stream will be uploaded. And no one will be able to basically do anything with it. If I see people uploading the raw footage of my streams and stuff, you will be shut down. It's that simple. Okay? And that's the bottom line. I got it off my chest. I feel better about it now. Alright, so there actually is gameplay on today's stream. That's right. Seriously. There's gameplay. Can you believe it? We are going to be playing Tales of Symphonia today. We're going to be playing it for about 4 hours or so, if not a little bit more on this first stream. And then second stream, it'll probably be about 2 to 2.5 hours. I actually had other stuff to talk about on the pre-stream, but I went so fucking long that I'm not even going to do it now. I'll probably talk about that stuff on my second stream later tonight, which again, the pre-stream I will be recording for YouTube. So, no worries. There's more stuff coming later tonight. But, as you can hear, my voice is now freaking strained because I just went on a tangent. Excuse me. And, what I'm going to do right now is take a short break because I actually got an important phone call while I was going on that crazy rant. And I wanted to, I want to make sure that it's, it's not something that's too bad. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to play, alright? So I'm actually going to take a short break here. I'm not going to run ads or anything. I'm going to turn the music back on. And then I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. I'm going to come right back and then we're going to start our gameplay. This is the end of the pre-stream. When we come back, immediately I will start my gameplay, okay? Alright everyone, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Hang in there, and we're going to have lots of gameplay on the stream. I'll be right back. Thanks for putting up with me. Alrighty.